Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 2 of Layton's Mystery Journey, Katrielle and the Millionaires Conspiracy. Last time we started the game, we had the misfortune of me, Katrielle, and her simp sidekick, Ernest. Basically, they met a talking dog. They were going to start investigating that case. It would probably be a lot of fun. No, Katrielle, no, I don't want to do no intro. Anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I love how the game's like, we're going demo. But anyways, as I was saying, basically, all of a sudden, just that interesting mystery was dropped in favor of finding out what everyone Big Ben's hands. It was replaced by a wafer. Then we basically had to solve a murder-suicide mystery at this Riverside Festival. It was all an act. Basically, we met Katrielle's rival, Emiliana, who basically is right there, who's her rival and is villainized purely for the fact that she likes logic and reasoning in her investigations, unlike Katrielle, where she just goes where she tries to give Phoenix Wright a run for his money when it comes to bluffing by just throwing it out there. Have your evidence is disregarded in favor of just wafer and you like festivals. Okay, anyways, let's continue. I didn't know if this was going to actually continue on. Yes. Let's go. Layton Detective Agency. Yeah, today's episode is going to be a lot shorter. Okay, the story so far. Hastings and Katrielle were asked by Mayor I can never pronounce her name. The mayor. I'm just going to say the mayor. To investigate the missing persons incident that appeared to be linked to the Riverside Festival. In fact, it turns out the mayor concocted the entire affair herself to boost the festival's profile. So, what crazy case awaits you next? Katrielle staring at you with those soulless eyes. Another day with no inquiries. Is London really so crime-free? Frankly, having the misfortune of having your case being investigated by Katrielle, that's punishment. That's a punishment worse than death for any criminal. Imagine you're a criminal and you have the shame of Katrielle busting you. Basically, that's just a slap to the face of any villain. If you got nothing to do, why don't you tidy your desk? It looks like a dog's dinner. That amount of papers and books, and goodness knows what else is a disgrace. Hey, Cheryl, listen to me, Cheryl. If by any luck, maybe Katrielle will if we just leave it alone, Katrielle will grow that pile to be large enough where it will fall over and crush her under its weight. I mean, we can hope, can't we? Don't you worry, Cheryl. I have a system. I know exactly where everything is. Yes, you know. Yeah, basically in the abyss. Miss Layton. Goodness, what is it, Ernest? Don't tell me the people of London have finally cottoned onto me, and are they queuing down the streets? Frankly, the only attention you're gonna be getting from the people of London is when they form an angry mob to chase you out of the city. Oh, I do wish they were, miss, but sadly no. Oh, well, that's a relief. Yeah, it would be so terrible for business if we actually had some clients. Think about it, Cheryl. If people were queuing up to see me, I'd have no time for my afternoon tea. Oh, yes! Or maybe you could be using your free time to, I don't know, investigate why Cheryl's a talking dog? You know, the thing that was kickstarting the entire game? I like how Cheryl's now a prisoner of this. Cheryl signed his soul to Katrielle. And Ernest, look at Ernest. Ernest looks like he's suffering. We need to just end this man. Ernest, his words may say that he likes this, but frankly, I'm seeing the look in his eye, and that's the look of a man that wants his pain to end. This is a man who's praying on the inside for the comet. We need to get you some motivational training. It's not about being motivated. I'm holding back so I'm ready to respond with pep and verve when the situation really demands it. Now then, what was it you wanted, Ernest? Well, don't be surprised, miss, but I've won! Ernest, I've seen your character for this entire game. I know what your character's like in the past chapters, this chapter, and every chapter after that. And trust me, there is no winner when it comes to you. You win nothing, Ernest. Your life is a giant L. You know what the L stands for in the Layton game this time around? It doesn't stand for Layton. It stands for the L that is your life, Ernest. A pair of tickets to the exclusive pre-screening of the new film, A Neighborhood Advance, No Sub for Love. Really? That's great, Ernest. Too bad, Ernest, you didn't win a spot as a guest on the show. Pimp my simp. Yeah, Katrielle, I'm going on Pimp My Simp. I'm gonna pimp Ernest out with gold rims. So I was thinking perhaps you and I could go together, maybe. Well, not as a work thing. You can't see it right now, but I'm just shaking my head. I don't know. Oh, please, miss. It's a Maverick director film. I bet it'll be spiffing. Did we enter the kingdom of Karain all of a sudden? Did we enter the kingdom of Karain? Because I feel like we're in the kingdom of Karain. Maverick director? Is he a famous filmmaker or something? No. Well, you saw the pun in his name. Oh yes, he's the man of the moment in the film industry, miss. He breathed new life into the whole romance genre with his seminal work, Edie, the Extra Hungry Terrestrial, and Attack of the Munchies. I don't even want to know what that film is. What is this, a fetish film? Is Ernest watching fetish films? Is Ernest going and seeing if his favorite Rule 34 artists are getting into the filmmaking industry? If that's a real film, I'm a professor of archaeology. Frankly, if the twist of Cheryl being Layton in a dog body was done, basically Layton's brain was transferred into a dog's body, that would have been a great twist. Solve, basically, kill two birds with one stone, but no. We never get to hear what happened to Layton. We never get to learn what happened to Cheryl. We get this game. That's all covered in anime that's associated with the game. It's got everything, Cher. Suspense, drama, animal romance. Really, what else can I do is... Hopefully it's romance between the animals, though. Judging by that E.T. parody and Attack of the Munchies, I honestly am scared to know what that film would consist of. So what's this film about, then? A naval advance knows for love? Oh, it's about love and emotions, and it's packed with edge-of-your-seat action, and apparently has a real twist at the end. Well, I think I've been overwhelmed already. The point is, it's a fantastic film, I'm sure. It's not like I'm doing this caution hand gesture to warn you. And there are oodles of famous actors in it, and the sets are supposed to be incredible, too. I'm sure you love it, miss. It really doesn't sound like my cup of tea, Ernest. Oh. Don't give up, Pinstripes. Keep at her. No, Ernest should give up on her. That would actually be healthy. Because frankly, even if Ernest succeeds in his goal, what is he getting out of this? A relationship with Katrielle, okay? Basically, he might as well drink a bottle of bleach, because frankly, a relationship with Katrielle is essentially Harley Quinn the Joker. Frankly, no. Harley Quinn the Joker is at least semi-healthier, because basically, at least the Joker tricked Harley into basically falling for him. Katrielle is doing no such thing. Ernest is doing all that on his own. Even Harley Quinn would shake her head at Ernest. What would pique Miss Layton's interest? I don't know, a snack cart? Hey, tell her that there's snacks at the theater. Yeah, you can buy her all the snacks. She'll drain you dry. Of course, well, miss, I've also been given a coupon for a pre-portion of the brand new durian-flavored popcorn, but I don't suppose... Ew! That sounds so gross! Who looks at popcorn? Who looks at popcorn? What insane... absolute maniac looks at popcorn and says, you know what this needs? A musky fruit. Popcorn, you say? I don't believe it. I'm in. That worked? Really? Ernest, she's using you for food. Open your eyes, man. No, like I said, I may have made simp jokes about Kazuichi, Zasp, and Bowser. But frankly, the thing is, I at least have some degree of respect for those three characters. Where it's like, I can see where all three of them are coming from in their own sad ways. But Ernest, for God's sake! Now she's straying on the lead to get there. The preview is being shown at the Savoy. What's that, a famous cinema? Rather, the Savoy Theater is known by film buffs all over the world.
It used to be a run-of-the-mill cinema, but about 10 years ago there was a huge renovation and it was turned into a luxury theater. Now only the top 1% can get access to it. Since then, it's attracted all manner of cultural figures and celebrities from London. It's considered the heart of British cinema now. Really, the cinema of choice for London's elite? Now I'm interested. The popcorn at such a famous cinema is surely going to be to die for. But the film is what's exciting, miss.
Leave it, Pinstripes. We all know by now that cats rule by her belly. Yes, her entire body's dedicated to her stomach.
Of course, yes. A preview screen at such a prestigious location is going to be a big event, obviously. Oh, it is. I heard that as well as the lucky winners like myself, all sorts of VIPs have been invited too. Really? Well, in that case, I'll have to dress up.
As what?
I was thinking I'd go dressed up as I am now, actually. Hey, my simp attire is good for all manners of gatherings. Well, not me. I have to make it more of an effort. That's what a gentlewoman does.
Oh, no. Don't you be throwing the gentlewoman crap right here, Katrielle. You are no gentle lady. You think that you're on par with Layton. Layton had class. Layton has elegance. Layton is modest and he is humble. Meanwhile, Katrielle has an ego that could rival her stomach. Basically, half the time, I want those piles to just collapse on Katrielle and take her down.
I'll go and change now. Just give me a minute.
10 hours later.
Oh, Miss Layton, I'm sorry. It's starting very soon. Please hurry if you can.
Sorry my voice is giving out once in a while. Just, like I said, I just gotta have a recording session. Just give a minute, she says. I know human minutes are longer than dog minutes, but this takes the biscuit. Yeah, gentlewoman, my ass. She knows that Ernest wants to go to this film. She knows that he really wants to do this. But meanwhile, she's just making him stressed. Yeah, because is that what a gentlewoman does? I'm pretty sure Layton would tell Katrielle that basically punctuality is also part of gentlewomanliness.
She has been rather a long time, hasn't she? If we don't hurry now, we're going to miss the show. Here I am. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh my gosh, an apology. It's the end of days. How many outfits did you try on, Katrielle? I say, miss.
What do you think, Ernest? Sure? Do I look silly in this dress?
Curse these tight pants.
Silly?
It's amazing what a dress can do.
Well, I was hoping for a bit of reaction at least. Well, never mind. We'd better get going or we'll be late. Come along.
All right, let's go.
An angel. Miss Layton is an angel.
Fallen angel, more like it. The stolen kiss.
Here we are, Miss, the Savoy. It is grand, isn't it? Gaudy even. I've never been inside before, actually. I'm a little nervous. It's only a cinema.
Yeah, come on, Pinstripes. Are you a man or a mouse? Because she'll eat you if you're a mouse. Well, Cheryl's not a man, I can tell you that much.
Sure, behave. This just isn't something to be nervous about, Ernest. It's not like when I have to add another book to the teetering pile on my desk.
Frankly, if that pile falls over and crushes Katrielle, I said it once, I'll say it again. If that pile falls over and crushes Katrielle, it's doing God's work. Tidy up!
Bad dog. Anyways, enough of that. There are a lot of people here, aren't there? Have they all won tickets, you suppose? I expect so. It's almost palpable, isn't it? How everyone's dying for the film to start. I know I am. Oh, look, miss. Over there. Isn't that Emiliana? So it is. I wonder if that means something's happened. She could be investigating. I haven't noticed any kind of commotion or anything. If there was an incident, then that would liven up things. Never mind. Let's go and get information from the horse's mouth.
Okay. Got some fashion tokens. Okay, let's do some investigating. Come on. Give me something. Give me something. Okay. Window, thank you. There are so many lights on it that I feel it's in the middle of the day.
It's certainly an impressive place, the Savoy, isn't it? No wonder they call it the heart of cinemas. It's such a delight to be able to come to this spiffing theater with you, miss. The sign must be visible from a long ways off. It's enormous and covered in lights. Just looking at the sign is a real thrill. Ooh, I'm so excited.
Are they trying to stare at each other out? Those two. What kind of film is this? Judging from the ship, it looks like the Titanic.
Ah, the neon lights. London's West End has such energy. Perhaps some taste with neon would be a welcome addition to the sign above the agency door.
Now imagine Layton sees his child associated with a neon sign.
Dear God, Luke, what has happened to my life? What has happened to my legacy?
I'm done. I'm done. I'm going, Luke. We're going elsewhere. It's starting to make my eyes go all funny now. All these lights. Okay. And these ignoramuses call themselves fans.
Oh, hello. Are you Maverick D. Rector fan yourself?
Me? Ha. Please don't send me on the same stool as the rest of these open bracket, so-called closed bracketed fans. I am a cinaniste, not a fan.
Sorry.
I haven't seen every single one of Rector's films. I've seen every single one of Rector's films since his directorial debut. Open bracket, including, I might add, everything from the independent years. Close bracket.
Oh, well, I see. You certainly aren't just a run-of-the-mill fan, that's for sure.
Exactly. In fact, I think you'll find Rector's earlier works were discerning pieces of art for the cinematic connoisseur, but of course, more recently, he's gone for the crowd pleasers. He's sold out to the man, and he makes me sick.
Why did you spit on me?
Because I can. Still, even in his more saccharine moments, his sublime composition, inimitable sense of style, and divine wordplay are present in spades. Of course, I can't comment on this particular film until I've seen it. Will it be his magnum opus or a massive flop? It's interesting to note that.
Thank you. You've been talking for a very long time. I still can't believe it! Exclusive tickets to the preview of Maverick Director's latest film, and you won them! You really are the best, Benji! No, you're the best, Miss! The best for believing in me and giving me the confidence to enter the prize draw in the first place! Oh, you're just the best! Your luck is the best! I'm so proud of you! You know, there's supposed to be the best kissing ever at the end of this film! I can't wait! And did you know the Savoy is like one of the best cinemas in all of London? No porkies. We have to get photographed together outside. You're right inside me. I want to capture every moment we spend together on film. Every single one.
Okay, anything else? Okay, let's talk to you.
Good evening, Emiliana. Katrielle, what are you doing here? Ernest here won these tickets to see some lovey-dovey film or another, so I decided to come along with him.
Just that look on Emiliana's face, it says it all, basically. Yeah, here we have Don Piolo, basically, the original Professor Layton rival, where basically, he just wants to fight Layton in the first 3 games. He just wants to get his grand revenge on Layton for winning Claire's heart. And then you get, meanwhile, Emiliana, where basically she views Katrielle as this creature from a horror film. Like,
no, please, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Please, I don't want this. I can't handle the stress. My blood pressure's already up. But the question is, what are you doing here, Emiliana? Has there been an incident? No. I'm not here on police business. I've come to see the film as well. Oh, I didn't realize you are a film buff. Well, I wouldn't describe myself as a buff exactly, but I enjoyed the change of pace. Profiling day demands a huge amount of concentration. But the only people here tonight are either involved in the production, VIPs, or they won tickets like I did. So I presume that means you entered the prize draw as well, did you? Ah! Va bien, si. I entered the prize draw. So what? that doesn't make me a film buff. I just entered the draw because I felt like it didn't happen to win. But that's incredible. I mean, it's such a long-anticipated release, and the competition was fierce. The chance of winning was tiny. I had to enter in the draw over 100 times before I won.
Please tell me that you entered this for yourself and not just to have the chance to simp for Katrielle. Though then again, knowing Ernest, I would not be surprised if he entered this contest with the main objective of simping for Katrielle. Because that is the entire essence of his being. You take simping from Ernest, you have nothing. You have a guy with green hair and a suit.
Well, I entered more than 200. 200? None. I mean, I'm just a very lucky person, that's all. Ah. What? I see. I understand. Yes, it's all very clear now. You put up a pretense about not really liking films, but the truth is you're here for the durian popcorn.
No. And we're supposed to consider you a great detective, Katrielle. We're supposed to consider you a great detective. There is no evidence. There is just madness in the ether with her.
What possible evidence do you have to support such a claim? I don't even like popcorn. You still refuse to admit it. It's not true. I'm not going to stand here and argue with you all night, Katrielle. I'm going now. Oh yes, so should we? I'll just get out our tickets.
Yes, hello, sir. You're having a good evening, yes? Oh, yes, this is rather delicate, sir. You see, yes, I'm afraid the dogs are not afraid in the theater. Oh, yes.
Eh?
Yes, you see, this ticket is only valid for 2 persons. Persons usually protect the humans and not canines, yes?
Oh, I see. Gosh, Cheryl, I'm so sorry. It never crossed my mind to buy a ticket for you.
Why didn't you offer then to give the ticket to Cheryl when Katrielle was saying no? Instead you bribe her with popcorn. She doesn't even want to go to the film. You could have given the ticket to Cheryl. And he could have gone, and look at him. Now he's going to have to be outside. And he's going to have to regret his life. He's going to have to rethink his life choices.
Oh, Ernest, you'd forget your head if it wasn't screwed on, wouldn't you?
No, that's because Ernest thinks with his other head. And you wouldn't.
Well, there's nothing here we can do about it now. I'm afraid you'll just have to wait out here then until the film's over, show.
You're an ass, Katrielle. I'm sorry. Katrielle,
oh, I'm a gentle lady.
Meanwhile, if Layton was in this position, he would basically pull a gentleman move by offering Cheryl his ticket. He would offer Cheryl his ticket. He would give it up for the sake of the other person's happiness. Professor Layton can sacrifice. You, Katrielle, you can sacrifice. Oh, sure, I'll just hang out on the street like a stray. I didn't even bring my coat. It's not even as if I can go back and wait at the office. These balls can't open no doors. Fine, alright, I'll wait here. Just do me a favor and don't watch all the ending credits.
I want to see the post-ending credit scene. Good boy, we'll be back soon. Alright, Ernest, shall we? Oh, yes.
What doggy deity have I upset to deserve this, eh? Hey, I'm playing this game, Cheryl. We're both suffering. And Charles, meanwhile, constantly just running. He's just gonna run. Just save yourself. Yeah, I like how Amelia's just in our group anyways by default. She tried to run, but she can't run. You can't get away from Katrielle. Katrielle is this Lovecraftian horror.
I can't believe it's upon us. Maverick Director's latest masterpiece awaits. I'm beside myself with anticipation, Miss Layton. I really am. Ernest, this no self-love film. It's a romance story, is it? You've only just worked that out? Well, yes, it is a romance, but it's so much more than that, miss. Actually, you can't pigeonhole Rector's work. It transcends genres. You see, Miss Rector used to direct cult B movies. He had quite a following of diehard fans even then. I think it must have been his attention to detail. I mean, really, he was a complete perfectionist. But he somehow never managed to appeal to Joe public. Then about 10 years ago, he started to move into more mainstream genres, more romance stories and so on. That's when he started to become more popular, by appealing to a wider audience. Now he's regarded as one of the greatest directors of our time. His films are always highly anticipated. I must say, I've always thought his films were capital. I've been a huge fan, even since his cult B-movie days. My all-time favorite has to be Wallow, the mud-bathing robot hippo on a mudless post-apocalyptic Earth.
So this guy is Pixar. So basically, yeah, just associate yourself with Wall-E. Freaking Wall-E. Frankly, Wall-E is less. Frankly, Wall-E's a respectable character, unlike you, Ernest. Sure, Wall-E does everything for Eve, but basically, Wall-E was in isolation. He was in isolation. The only thing he had were TV recordings to keep himself company, and the dead corpses of his fellow Wall-E robots. Basically, what excuse do you have?
I see, so you're also a fan of Mr. Rector's films, are you, Emiliana? Well, of course, I think he's a fantastic director, but no, I'm more interested in the actors in this film. Oh, you mean Leonardo DiCaprio, the lead. I suppose he's ever so popular with it. So basically, this Rector, he's in Pixar, and he's also the Titanic. Well, he's extremely good-looking, and an excellent actor, of course.
Yeah, it's Emiliana's a thing for Leonardo DiCaprio.
After all his action roles he's played, I'm dying to see what he's like in a love story. I've named my vibrator after him. Emiliana, I didn't take you for a lovey-dovey type. How cute. Oh, I didn't mean, I am not lovey-dovey. No. Anyways, when you're finished teasing me, look, it seems the VIP guests have arrived. Oh.
Hey, look! Wow! It's the dragons! Well, London's wealthiest would be at an event like this.
Yeah, because who carpools anymore?
Every one of them looks very well off. Who are they? You are very poorly informed, Katrielle. Everyone in London knows who they are. They are known as the Dragons, the 7 Dragons of London. 7 dragons? Sorry, 7 dragons? Yes, some of London's wealthiest residents. Moguls of media, finance, transport. Between them, they really control the city's economy. Although some of them do come from wealthy families, it's really only in the last 10 years that they've become so well known. Oh, not very long then, especially in a historical city like London. True, and of course it's not just people here in London watching them. The whole world's eyes are trained on these 7 multi-millionaires. Well, they certainly do sound very influential. You know one of them already.
Sorry. It's so off doing an Italian, a British voice, and a female voice, in a female tone.
Ah, yes, Mayor Lowe, the mayor. So she's one of the 7, is she? Oh, we must go and say good day, Miss Layton. Yes, I think there's still time before the film starts. Let's go and say hello.
Thank you for my coin. Yeah, we get this guy who reminds me of a human version of Grubba from the Paper Mario games.
Ooh, I like the poster. We could put one of them up on the office wall, perhaps. The posters of Maverick Director's films are always a real delight to behold. I must remember to buy myself one of those posters before I go home tonight.
Okay, nothing else in here. Nothing. Doors.
These doors lead to the auditorium. They're very sturdy-looking doors, aren't they? Made of European walnut, I believe. I say, even the doors in the Savoy are cut above the rest.
What next, you guys? What next? Are we gonna hear you gush about the toilets? Kind of a weird place for a coin, just on the tip of the light. The very tippity tip of the light.
Good evening, Piper. Katrielle, I wasn't expecting to see you here. No, well, in truth, films aren't my thing. I'm here for the popcorn. Ha ha ha, I don't doubt that. I didn't realize you were one of the 7 Dragons of London. Oh, that's really my father's influence. But I don't think of myself as a millionaire. I think of myself as London's mayor, nothing more. And that's a very worthy title. Not everyone has what it takes to be the mayor of a city like this one. Haha, you're too kind, Katrielle, but it's always nice to receive a compliment. Now then, there's something I'd like to introduce you to. This is a friend of mine, Mr. Phineas T. Barnum.
Howdy, it's a real pleasure to meet you. So, you're this Katrielle Layton I've been hearing about, eh? Papa's told me all kinds of stories about you. All good, all good, don't you worry. I've just been dying to meet you. Oh, God, please get her away from me. Why is she staring at me like that? Oh, just what is with those eyes? I feel like I'm gonna get sucked into the netherworld if I look into them for too long.
Well, it's an honor to meet you too, Mr. Barnum. You're on the VIP guest list, I presume.
VIP guest list? That's a good one. You'll be saying I want to dig in next. I don't go on them peasant lists.
Oh, so in what capacity are you here then? I was under the impression you either had a ticket or to be invited specifically.
You don't have a clue of who I am, do you? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll set you up a little puzzle in case if you can solve it, I'll fill you in. Who needs introductions? Fortune teller fiasco. You've decided to visit a fabulous fortune teller, but it turns out you can decide your own fate with a little bit of brain power. If you stack all the cards onto the discard pile, you have good luck. The only rule is that you must either follow the number or suit when placing a card on the pile. So get stacked and take control of your own destiny. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Okay, 6. Okay. Yeah, no. Gotta do that. Okay, yeah, this is just gonna take a matter of just adaptation. Okay, 6. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Okay, just gotta think about it. Just gotta think about this. Okay. 7. Okay, this is probably gonna be the last one. Okay, this 4 is gonna be the last one because it's the only one of its kind. 7 there. 3. Okay. Ah, yes, here we go. Okay. There we go.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
You did! The swirling mists of your fortune are clear. I see a heart card. You are about to find love. "24 puzzles, yay! Ha ha ha! They told me you were good at puzzles and they were right. Sorry, I wasn't trying to test you or nothing. I just wanted to see it with my own eyes. See, I'm a big fan of detective work."
Well, I hope I didn't disappoint you.
Oh, on the contrary. So we had a deal, then let me tell you about me. Ha ha ha! I'm the manager of the Savoy. You see, the Savoy being the greatest damn theater in the West End. Partner, we're the best damn theater on the best damn side of town. Ha ha ha! I'm the one who's putting on the screening.
So you mean that you own the Savoy?
That's right. Now, I hear you blew Pip's little festival fly out of the water. Ha ha ha! I was wondering what kind of girl you were, and now I see. Mighty fine. You solved one puzzle, and now you're akin to a god in my eyes. Well, I hope you enjoy the show. After all, if it tanks, I won't make any money of it, will I? Ha ha ha! I'll have to sell that little simp boy's organs.
Well, the truth is, I'm really here for the popcorn, not the film.
You disgust me. Get out of my theater, you gutter trash. The all new durian flavor, you mean? Ha ha! You know, I came up with that myself. You are a monster. That's all I have to say. You are a monster. You are a deranged monster. You have to keep thinking of new ideas if you want your customers to keep coming back, right? Frankly, if you have a good product, you please them, they're gonna come back. Basically, people like stability. People think, oh hey, this is a reliable product. It's good, it's classy, I'm gonna keep coming back here. They're not gonna come back with your dirty flavored popcorn. That's gonna scare them away. They're gonna think, what else is he gonna come up with? Electric chairs? He's gonna restrain you to the chairs? He's gonna do some Clockwork Orange stuff to make you watch the film? I'll just let Pip try it. As it happens, not a cup of tea at all. Oh, really, big surprise. She doesn't want musky fruit popcorn.
I see you're involved in all aspects of the business. How interesting.
See, look at her face. Is that the face of someone who's happy after eating something? She looks like she wants to die.
Well, that popcorn certainly has a unique flavor. Perhaps a little too unique. A good example of effort not necessarily producing results. I'll judge that for myself. I think, now where do you get it?
It's on sale at the kiosk back there. Show them your coupon. They'll give you a tub. Oh, look. That's old doubly over the kiosk there. Madame Dublé to you. You should introduce yourself.
Madame Dublé? Is she another one of the Seven Dragons?
Ha ha ha! Gretchen Dublé is a name you do well remember, Miss Layton. She could break your kneecaps. She'll crush you like Queen Moblin from Pikmin 2. And a word of advice, never forget the Madame. Ha ha ha! She controls a whopping great empire of businesses stretching right across the globe, you know? Yeah, she practically breathes much. Tell us about some of the businesses. You just can't say businesses. What businesses? They used to say the sun would never set on the British Empire. Well, she blocks out the sun. Well, if that man holds ain't one at all, Madame Dublé would be the sun. She's got her own gravitational pull. She's the glue that holds us all together. The mother dragon, you could say.
I see. Well, she certainly sounds larger than life. If you want your detective agency to have any chance of success, it would be a wise move to befriend Madame Dublé, Katrielle.
Why would you want this detective agency to thrive? Why would you want this Frankenstein of a business to live, to breathe, Emiliana? Why?
I suppose detective work does rely on maintaining good relations with people, it's true. I could just say hello while I queue up for my popcorn. While you queue up for your popcorn, you really haven't grasped how important she is, have you?
Okay, let's get going, shall we? Okay. Kiosk, small kiosk.
Here we are at last, the kiosk. Time to sample the all-new popcorn delight. Oh no! What's the matter? There's no one at the kiosk. I won't be able to get my popcorn. Ernest, steal me some popcorn. But Miss Layton, I don't want to get kicked out of the theater. Steal me some popcorn now, or I will step on you. Oh no, in that case, I won't get you any popcorn. Whatever you do, please do not step on me. It's not a kink of mine whatsoever. Never mind, miss. How about introducing ourselves to Madame Dublé instead? So near yet so far. You mustn't be down in the mouth, miss. Remember, Miss Baron's Barnum said she could be a very useful contact. Yes, all right. Let's say a quick hello then. Do you know which lady she is? I suspect the lady over there might be who we're looking for. Yes, I think you might be right. She certainly stands out as being affluent.
Okay. Yeah, let's talk to Teru guy over here.
Oh, pooh, what a pong there is coming from the popcorn machine. Oh, it smells exactly like the durian fruit. Quite overwhelming.
Like I said, complete maniac if you're making durian flavored anything. Basically, durian is the kind of fruit that basically only the most adventurous people will eat because it tastes like musk.
There it is, the distinctly delicious whiff of durian-flavored popcorn. Shortbread and chocolate fudge. Would you like me to buy you a drink, Miss Layton? French onion juice, not soup. What a strange idea for a juice.
What? This guy obviously has no experience with culinary anything. Sorry. Do not let this man in your kitchen. Frankly, this guy has the deranged look of someone who would poison his wife. Frankly, I would not be surprised if this guy got his start by poisoning his wife. He's poisoned 3 widows. Basically, basically the classic scheme. He marries a widow, a desperate widow, and then he poisons them with the soup. Okay, anything? Okay, can't talk to this guy.
Obviously, it's cordoned off. I wouldn't dream of going in there. It's not what a gentlewoman does.
Yeah, a gentlewoman will keep Ernest waiting, keeping him stressed out, and then we'll leave Cheryl outside. Even though you don't want the movie, you just want the popcorn. At least let Cheryl in.
Oh, I was hoping we'd be able to see what the balcony seats were like, but no such luck today. The balcony seats are reserved for members of the press and VIPs.
Ah. Okay, ferocious figurine.
Excuse me, you wouldn't happen to be Madame Dublé, would you?
Indeed I would. And you are?
I'm Katrielle Layton from the Layton Detective Agency. It's a pleasure to meet you, Miss Madame.
Oh, the Layton Detective Agency, you say? Now, where have I heard that name before? Ah, you must be the famous Herschel Layton's daughter, are you?
Oh my gosh, she's the boulder from the Indiana films!
How is the professor? Is he in good health?
I think so.
You think so?
Well, no, I mean, he's very well, yes, thank you. I'll be sure to mention to him that I met you.
Yes, please, do tell. Tell him I should very much like to meet him when he's next available.
I wish I could.
Goodness, it's nearly time for the show. I promised myself a little tipple before it begins. Do excuse me.
Well done, Miss Layton. I think you made an impression.
Frankly, it sounded like she was more thirsty for Layton. She wants Layton to be a pool boy.
Miss, Madame Dublé, I don't think that this attire is going to help me investigate the mystery of the whispers coming from your basement, from your bedroom.
Yeah, and you know, Layton, he's basically forced to wear some Chippendales vest and bow tie, no shirt. Oh, don't worry. You'll hear the whispers very soon.
I don't know, Ernest. All this hobnobbing with the rich and famous is taking its toll on my nerves. Oh, I don't believe it. Over there, look. It's Maverick Director.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Maverick Director. Thank you all for coming to see the premiere of my new film. I hope you enjoy A Naval Advance. No Sub for Love. The screening is about to begin, so if you'd all like to make your way to your seats...
Oh my giddy aunt, I can't believe it. It's the real Maverick Director, Miss Layton. I've never seen the real Maverick Director before. But you've seen the fake one? No, I didn't mean... there's no time for that. The film is about to start. We must take our seats. Aren't you forgetting something, Ernest? First, I have to redeem this coupon for my durian popcorn. Oh, and look, the kiosk attendant has returned. But what if the film starts while you're waiting for it?
Really, Katrielle? Yeah, you're going about gentle lady this, gentle lady that, but meanwhile, you contradict yourself. You would basically put Ernest before you, because basically, Ernest wants to see the film. He's been dying to do this. Meanwhile, you're just helping him durian popcorn. Frankly, judging by the way that it's been received, you can find a ton of it in a dumpster. Yeah, you can just eat it at the dumpster later. Knowing Katrielle's tastes, it wouldn't faze her at all.
Everyone else is already inside. Quickly, miss, we must hurry.
Hi, yeah, sorry for the wait, ma'am. We have a floor tonight with all the guests attention. Yes, it's quite busy, I'm afraid.
Ah, you see, yes. Well, I believe this coupon tells me some free popcorn, the new durian flavor.
Ah, yes, that's correct, ma'am. However, the features start again, I think. So, yeah, yes, please take us in immediately.
I'm sorry, miss, but we really must go now.
Any other puzzles? Oh, splendid! That lubricated the passageway nicely. Now I shall be able to sit down and enjoy the show. I can't wait to get off my feet. Frankly, at this point, the game's making all the jokes for me. This woman would make Mo-chan say, "Damn!" Okay, let's get going. Okay, let's head inside the theater. Auditorium time. Okay, let's see if we have any puzzles. I have to say, nice movie theater, though. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the premiere screening of my latest work, A Naval Advance, No Self for Love. The story begins with a young couple who meet at a ramshackle old cinema out in the sticks. The man wants to become a film director, while the girl nurses her dreams of being an actress as she waits tables in the local cafe. And then, before the director can make it, she calls him a loser. And then she ditches him for a guy who sells tires, who makes tires for go-karts. And then when he makes it big, then he goes up there and he says, "Look at me, Darlene! Look at me! Look at me now! You think that you can talk to Bill from the go-kart tire place? You think that he can top me now?" And their event sees the pair on a luxury cruise ship together, and they fall more and more in love as time goes on. But then something terrible happens. She sees the pool boy at the cruise ship, and she starts having a very heated affair with him. And then basically, she invites him back to the house. The director sees him coming out the window. And he gets paranoid, and now he's starting a Class A action divorce suit. The ship, a relic from an ancient civilization, starts to sink into the sea. The situation is desperate. There seems to be no way out. The couple are doing everything they can to survive. Well, I think I'd better stop there. I don't want to spoil your enjoyment of the story after all. I'll just finish by saying that this film is a culmination of years of work and marks, I believe, the pinnacle of my career. It's all downhill from here. I'm sure you're all going to love it. Of course, it would never have been possible without the support of so many people. The fantastic actors, the cameramen and women, the sound crew, my assistant artistic directors, the editing staff, and above all, my wife, who has been a constant source of encouragement and never stops believing me. I'd like to say an enormous thank you for once again to everyone involved in my production. And then that's him, Buff. You sell out! You sell out! You can't be married! You can't have a functioning member of society! I believed in you! So without further ado, I present to you A Naval Advance, No Self for Love. Going for Azran Legacy here. And then Miliana, no! You can't do this! You can't do this to me! I was getting all wet! What's going on? What happened to my film? Hey, why is it cut there? No, this isn't right! Curse you, Bill from the go-kart place! Curse you, Bill! No, this is the last scene, the kiss scene, the big finale! Someone stole
Excuse me, Mr. Baron. Pardon, has everyone left now?
Yup, that's about the end of that. We've had to cancel the screening, so I sent everyone home. You're a friend of Miss Layton's now, aren't you?
Well, I'm not sure if friend is the right word, but I'm Amelia Perfetti. I'm a case analysis and profile at Scotland Yard. The theft of the climatic scene of the film is a very serious offense. If you don't mind, I'd like to ask you some questions about it. Yes, could you tell us what you know about the events leading up to the discovery of the missing scene? Katrielle, what are you still doing here, and why is that hound with you?
Hey!
Well, everyone else has left now, so I thought Cher could help sniff out clues. We don't need any sniffing around here. Keep your nose and your dog's nose out of business. That doesn't concern you. But it does concern us. Mr. Barnum personally requested that I stay and help.
Yeah, really, just too bad we never get a scene with basically just Emiliana just talking with Don Paolo over the phone. Basically,
I swear, do you hate it when you have to deal with your inferior constantly getting in your face, constantly messing with your business, and constantly stealing your glory?
and then Don Paolo.
You're preaching to the choir here, girlie.
You bet I did. Talk about look, having a Scotland Yard officer and a private eye on the side. Anyways, I'd like to ask you both to help figure out what happened here. Who the heck cut that kissing out of the film, huh? I like how this is a tragic thing and this guy's smiling his ass off. Just this guy seems like the kind of person where he would purposely just do this sort of thing frequently just to torture everyone around him. If everyone can solve this case, it's the woman who figured out the Riverside Festival shenanigans. Isn't that right, Katrielle? You'll take on this case, won't you?
Well, I couldn't very well turn you down after that glowing praise, could I? Of course, I'll take on the case, and any mystery solved, that's my motto. Mr. Barnum, please, I'm more than capable of handling this case. Leave it to the experts at Scotland Yard.
Really, just realize, because Emiliana's the one who's suffering in this game. Katrielle is the true villain of this story. Now, I'm not saying I don't think you're a talented detective as well, Miss Perfetti. But a little competition to make you both work harder.
Fabian, you'll soon see that I pinpoint the truth much more quickly than this so-called detective.
That's the spirit. Good luck to both of you. Well, don't just stand around here chatting to me. You better be running along to get a statement from old Rector. And you.
Where is he now, do you know?
Sure do, he's right over there. Still totally dumbfounded, poor guy. I'm laughing at his misery right now. He put his hands over that fellow can see it. It's kinda hard to understand why anyone would have done this, I must admit. Still, that's for you two ladies to figure out, isn't it?
Gosh, what a finely detailed mortal. Must be a ship from a famous film, I suppose. Do you think this mortal floats? Do you think it has engines? This is a very well-made mortal, Katrielle. Mind that you don't break it by being careless.
Anything? Nope. We can still just puff. Okay, in puzzle.
Oh, there's something caught on this leaf here. What is it? It's a puzzle, miss. Oh, I say, I'd love to see you solve it.
Puzzle 32, Bead Brain Bleed. Here we have a simple child's toy that consists of 5 rows of 5 wooden poles each, on which you can thread colored beads. A little boy was counting the beads on, but he lost count. With a few from above, from the front and from the right-hand side, can you work out how many red beads there are in total? I'm going to be frank with you. I suck with these kinds of puzzles. I really, really do. As such, let me go here. Okay, let me do it. Okay, Layton, Millionaire Conspiracy. Okay, let me just pull up the puzzle guide. Okay, let me pull it up. Hey, frankly, I don't like these sort of puzzles, okay? I've never been good with this sort of thing. So, yeah. Okay, let me pull it up. Okay. Okay, the answer to this puzzle. 9 red beads in total.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
Yes, if I look up a guide, hey, don't blame me for this. I do this. You did it. You really need to be able to visualize things in 3 dimensions to crack this puzzle.
There, I showed that puzzle whose boss didn't I? I must say it's an unusual place to find one. Perhaps it's there here to entertain people while they're waiting for the film to start.
Those puzzles don't entertain me. They don't.
Ooh, I like that poster. We could put one of them up in the office wall, perhaps. The posters from Maverick Director's films are always a real sight to behold. I must remember to buy myself one of those posters before I go home tonight. Yes, already read that.
My film! My magnum opus!
Please, Mr. Rector, don't worry. I will personally track down the thief responsible for seeing the last scene.
No, you won't, because
I'll track down whoever did it first, Katrielle.
Very professional, ladies. Very professional. This guy's having a mental breakdown. It was perfect. I made every last detail perfect before I was willing to show it to the public. And now this. And now that one film critic guy's just shaking his head at me.
Surely the negatives are still available. You'll be able to produce a new reel for another screen, won't you?
But I didn't. You see the audience reaction? They were frustrated. Without that final scene, the story doesn't hang together at all. I want to give the people the perfect film. I put my whole life into this project, my heart and soul.
We understand, Mr. Rector, but try not to let it get you down. I will track down the perpetrator, don't you worry.
Try not to let me get it. Try not to let it get me down. Are you mad? This is a disaster. A flaw like this just before the official release is like the death knell for any film. And just when I thought I'd made it to the big time, when I got in with the top studios, now it's back to trying to make ends meet again. What am I going to tell all my crew? I thought I'd finally be able to pay them what they were due. This is terrible. They'll riot. They'll throw me off into the Thames.
Please, try to calm down. Now tell me, do you have any suspicions at all about who could be responsible?
Responsible for this desecration of my work? Obviously someone who doesn't like my films. I.e. 94% of people I've ever met. Now I'm gonna have to face my crew, my wife even. They were all on tenterhooks waiting to see how the eyes reacted. Now she's gonna really run off with Bill, who makes wheels for go-karts. I just want the ground to open and swallow me up. I wish I was on that submarine right now, sinking. I wish I was on that gross trick sub.
Yes. Well, thank you for your time, Mr. Rector.
Sinking.
Oh dear, he's really taking this badly, isn't he? Yes, ridiculously so. I give up. I'll try talking to him again once he's calmed down.
You can't blame the guy for being upset. This movie was a big deal to him. Now you're showing actual sadness? Basically, what the guys have... Yeah, it wasn't until the guy was sinking on your floor. Oh, great. Now he's going to sue my theater. Can't have that. He's going to have to die. I'm going to have to kill him. I like how it's more of a... Not so much a sad for the guys, a pissed off thing. That's gonna impact my theater. Screw your film. Your film was gonna be trash anyways. My theater's on the other hand. Now we'll get poisoned by my durian popcorn. And he's not the only one who's troubled by what's happening out there. I'm kind of sour myself. I'm gonna have to beat someone over the head with my cane. I'll beat your green-haired simp over the head with my cane. Punish him for his sins.
Well, yes, I imagine that would be. This is going to affect sales for you after all.
Ha ha ha! I like the way you think, Missy, but it's not just that. I'm a big fan of Rector's work, you see. I was looking forward to the whole world finally seeing what a great director he really is. Now that this has happened, all that talent could go to waste if we're not careful. So you two ladies better get a move on and figure out what happened to that stolen scene. If it helps, I can give you access anywhere in the theater. In fact, I'll just tell security to give you free rein. There's the projection box around the back. Normally it's out of bounds, but I don't mind you going in there to investigate if you need to.
The projection box? Aha, thank you, Mr. Barnum.
What are we waiting for? Let's hightail it over to the projection box then.
Yes, I agree. We should start by investigating the film reel. Is there something wrong, Emiliana? I've come to expect irrational behavior from you, Katrielle, but really, talking to your dog? Yes, it's wonderfully therapeutic. You should really try it sometime. Anyways, are you coming with us to the projection box? No, I'll be carrying out the investigations elsewhere first. Amateurs tend to put me off, and I might miss something crucial. You see, Katrielle, every criminal, no matter how careful, leaves a trail of telltale signs following a crime. Only a skilled profile like myself can lead them, of course, which is why I will solve this case long before you do, and prove the superiority of my methods. I look forward to it. Don't mock me. Fabian, you'll see soon enough. Forget, doing this female voice always screws me off, and I can't give her an Angie Onaga voice. I really wasn't mocking you. I am looking forward to it. Allora, until later, Katrielle. Just try not to disturb the scene too much, won't you?
Okay, is there anything in the theater? I want to see if there's any puzzles in there. This place is really fancy. I was expecting it to be buzzing.
It would be, usually, but everyone was sent home because of what happened before. The big screen and the powerful sound system really bring films alive, don't they? That's a very large screen. Any scene shown on that can't fail to impress.
I've heard it's a big screen, but I can't see. All I can see is a big seat back.
One day I would love to come here and watch a film from those seats up there. It's the only select guests who have been given balcony seats for tonight's performance. I wish we were among them.
I could do with extra height to see a better view. But what if you fell? If Katrielle fell, it would be a happy day. Okay. Hip hunting hats.
I say, the seats in this auditorium are so well cushioned, aren't they? You could certainly enjoy films in comfort on these plush seats.
Forget how soft they are. If you get your paw in the right place, these seats recline. What a treat. Okay, anything? Thank you.
That's the way back out to the foyer, isn't it?
Someone's been hard at work polishing that. I bet my nose would leave a mark if I got too close for a sniff.
They're absolutely silent, these doors, so people coming into the auditorium don't disturb everyone else.
It would be a great place for a puzzle, really. Yes, we must figure out the arc of the durian popcorn.
Oh, poo, what a pong.
Okay. We already did that. Okay. Yes, we just get less text. Okay, anything? Yeah, so something pop. Okay, yep, there we go. There we go, hidden puzzle.
Oh, I say, miss, a hidden puzzle, look. Well found, Ernest. Why don't you solve it, seeing as you found it?
Me?
Oh, well, alrighty then. I can't very well shy away from a puzzle and still claim to be a worthy assistant to the great detective Katrielle Layton, I suppose.
Puzzle 33, go with the flow. Some juice vats are connected as shown. There's a 2-liter, 3-liter, 4-liter, and 5-liter vat in the system. When you select the tap, juice flows in the direction of the arrow on the tap until either the vat is coming from its empty, either the vat is coming from is empty, or the vat is it's filling up is full. Divide up the juice so that the 2 tanks on the left are exactly to the red line marks. Okay. Okay. Okay, no problem. Okay. Nah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry. Okay. Nah, that's not gonna work. Okay. And here we go.
I have a feeling that perhaps... Still not...
Now, I like puzzles like that. I just don't like the number ones. You did it. What a relief. The juice is where it needs to be, and all is right in the world. I could really go for some juice right now.
Oh, top drawer, I did it. Well, Ernest, that was very impressive. Anyone would think you were vying for my position as chief detective.
Frankly, a trained circus monkey could vie for your position.
Oh no, miss. I'm quite content as your assistant. More than quite content. Very content. Extremely content.
You cannot see it, but I am shaking my head. I am shaking it so very vividly. No. No, Ernest. I'm making myself dizzy by shaking it so much. No. 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 I made myself dizzy with that. Okay. I kind of need to... I need to regain my composure. We're shaking my head too much. Okay, Mayor, what do you have to say?
Oh, hello there, Katrielle. What a terrible thing to have happened. I can't believe someone would steal the end of the film. I'm afraid I have to ask, Piper. This isn't another one of your ruses, is it? No. Then why are you still here at the theater? The culprit often pretends to see the crime, you know. We're arresting you.
And then the mayor just gets arrested. We just guilty before innocence.
No, I felt it was my duty as mayor to see if there was anything I could do to help smooth things over after all the hullabaloo before.
Oh, yes, because we all know from Unwound Future, the politicians in the Professor Layton universe are squeaky clean individuals. What next? Are you going to bring in Bill Hawks to clean up the evidence? Bill Hawks and his time machine? Yeah, just that'll be your next solution. We're just going to eliminate this by using some time travel. Exploding time machine. Boom! I have solved the problem. Come, Dimitri, we have solved the problem here. The film will be no more of an issue. Frankly, if Hawks took out Katrielle, he would go from being a villain to being the hero instantly.
Ah, but we already know that you enjoy a good hullabaloo, don't we? Like the hullabaloo of a festival, for example? I mean, look at our Prime Minister, Bill Hawks. He killed 10 people. No.
Oh, you're still here, are you?
May I ask what you're still doing here, madame? Aren't you going home now that the screening has been cancelled?
Ah, goodness me, no. Not before I finish my popcorn, at least. Oh, the popcorn here. That rich buttery aroma and that deep invasive scent of durian that wafts out from deep inside the tub. I've sampled dishes from all over the world, but even I find myself taken aback by this culinary masterstroke. Are you sure that isn't the culinary version of Stockholm Syndrome?
A deep invasive scent? Really? Oh, I knew it would be amazing. I had to try it.
I like how this is the arc. Just Katrielle and her popcorn arc.
So this is what the inside of a projection box looks like. What a lot of machinery.
Excuse me, authorized personnel only in here, please. I'll have to ask you to leave. I have a pun name, so frankly, don't mess with me. I'll kill you. I'll kill you with the puns.
I wonder what this machine does.
Stop! Don't touch Alberta! frankly, I like to think that basically at this point, the Professor Layton series and the Ace Attorney series are basically like conjoined twins, or basically are feeding off the same bloodstream. We're basically just, let's throw in, you know what? No. I'm going to give this guy the proper theme that he deserves. I'm going to give this guy the proper theme he deserves. I'm doing it. Okay, let me just pull it up. Stupid loading times. Okay. Here we go. Searching it up. Might as well give myself some comfort with this. Give me some familiarity. Not with this. No. Yeah, that's right. We'll throw the Albert Hairbrain theme in. Stop! Don't touch Alberta! Alberta? Yes, Alberta! She's brand new. If you touch her, you could put her totally out of alignment. She's very cranky. She is my lover! Like old Rosalind Nectar there, she's much better behaved, bulletproof. She is Alberta's delicate. But don't worry, Rosalind, we do it. She's my go-to. She's reliable. When Alberta is not willing to be my lover, when she does not in the mood, there's always Rosalind. Uh-oh, wacko alert. This nut job named all his equipment. And then Albert Hairbrain. You mere amateur! Andrew the Screwdriver will kill you!
Alberta and Rosalind, what lovely names you come up with for your machines.
Don't touch it, please! I'm going to insist that you leave now! I'm gonna go on a rampage!
It's alright, Mr. Bond gave us permission to investigate in here.
Investigate?
Sorry, I should have introduced myself. I'm Katrielle Layton of the Layton Detective Agency. These are my assistants, Ernest and Cheryl. We're investigating the disappearance of the pharmacy of No Stuff But Love.
Okay, I'm just gonna pause the music here.
Would you mind telling us who you are? I presume you are a member of the technical staff here at the theater.
Oh yes, I'm Seymour Ames. I'm the Savoy's projectionist.
I see. And what do you do?
Well, miss, the projectionist is responsible for setting up the film and controlling the equipment during screenings. I must say, it sounds like a rather spiffing job. Just think of all the films you get to see. Don't make light of it! Being a projectionist carries huge responsibility and demands incredible attention to detail. I have to keep a constant eye on the running of the film, fine-tune all the machines, and make sure the projector is in exactly the correct position at all times. I am on the verge of a mental breakdown every day. I have killed men over this. You know how many assistants I've gotten, and all of them are dead. There's never any downtime in my job. I have to spot all the motor cues and make sure I'm ready for the real changeovers as well.
Golly, it sounds awfully complicated. And CzarThwomp's getting really heated all of a sudden.
It is, but I wouldn't have any other job. I'm happy in here, surrounded by machines. But people always think it's a doodle, and it's not.
It sounds like he's more interested in the machines than the films they're showing.
They are my lovers. I've told you that once before. I plan on marrying Alberta.
Yes, I think we need to ask this Mr. Frames a few more questions.
We need to touch her.
So, is this one Alberta, is it?
No, that's Rosalind. Alberta is the one next to her.
Oh, I do apologize.
Don't you touch her, she's mine! Look, it's easy to tell. Alberta is the one with the beautiful curves. Rosalind is the one with the gleaming skin. Barking, completely barking. Of course, Alberta doesn't always listen to what you tell her. Sometimes you have to give her a firm hand. You have to smack her upside the head. But that's just part of her charm. She is tsundere.
Is it? I see.
Look, when Ernest is looking at you with that kind of expression, that's how you know you failed.
You really look after your machines, don't you, Mr. Frames? They're all gleaming. Of course I do. It's vital to ensure all the equipment in here is in perfect working order every single day. The Catherine sisters over there are no exception. The Catherine sisters? Assistants of yours, are they? Yes, we have a menage a trois. I just hawked up a giant loogie. Thank you, sock. Really get it in there. Really get that in there. I think, miss, that the names of the film reels. Oh, I can see that now. The Catherine reels. What a good name for them. Do you think so? I'm afraid I don't see it. Oh, look, Miss Layton. There's a bird in this cage. It's a minor bird, I think. I thought it was a raven first. Raven mad like someone else in this room. Miners are talking birds, aren't they? Yes, that's right. I bet he can say all kinds of things, can't he, Mr. Frames? Yes, I taught the Major quite a few words, many of which are not appropriate to be said in front of children. Why don't you introduce yourself, Major? Come on, say hello. Hello, I'm Major. Major Minor. He really does talk. So what? Minor birds do, dogs on the other hand, now that's something special. Would you mind if we tried to get him to say something? Sure, go ahead, he's pretty sharp, he'll probably talk for you. Oh goody, come along miss, let's try it. This will be such a lark. Hello, how are you? Hello. He's very polite, isn't he? Sure, why don't you try talking to him? Perhaps you'll be able to understand each other. Can you speak Swahili just because you're human? I only speak dog, alright? Not bird. Really? You never told me that before. We could have Luke try and he would talk to all the animals. You never told me if you could speak Swahili. The point is, so far, I've only met a few humans who can understand what I'm saying. Maybe there are some birds or cats out there who only understand me as well. But I've never met any of them if there are. I don't realize there were all these limitations on what you can and can't do. What a disappointment. This is why we don't let you in the theater. Oh, sure, I'm such a disappointment because a talking dog is so mundane. Well, according to Katrielle, it is. Oh, well, I suppose I'll just have to try communicating with this bird myself. So, Major, did you see the film thief? Saw the thief. Jeepers, really? Who did it? Who did it? Yes, who did it? You did it. Okay, I'll accept that. Of course I didn't do it. How do we know, Katrielle? You wanted your popcorn. You wanted the film then. You cut the reel. Didn't do it, huh? Who's a pretty wally then? Gosh, he even tells jokes. Amazing. Yeah, side splitting. I told you, the Major's very sharp. A genius, really. Alrighty then, Major. If you're so sharp, you'll understand when I explain what I'll do to you if you make fun of me again. Katrielle, yeah, real gentleman lady of you. Real gentlewomanly of you. Threatened to kill the bird. Call the RSPB. Call the RSPD. Miss Layton, he is only a bird. Remember, I know he talks like a human, but we really can't treat him like one. Major hunger, popcorn. Sorry, Major, I'm all out of popcorn now, and frankly, that stuff is absolute garbage. Frankly, I'm surprised that the bird considers that popcorn as food. Oh, yes, of course. Knowing Katrielle, she would fight a bird for popcorn. Now, this is the legacy of Professor Layton. Solving puzzles, figure out mysteries, discover that a city was full of robots. Find out that the box that was rumored to kill people was just an optical illusion. And now, yes, solve the mystery of time travel. And now this is the daughter of Professor Layton getting into a fight with a bird over popcorn. No, this is far more important than that. Oh, really? I forgot all about the new durian popcorn I want to try. I knew it. Minor bird.
Okay, one has 6 clues.
This is the editing desk, I suppose, for checking the film before it's run through the projectors. The gloves are presumably to stop fingerprints from getting onto the film.
This round thing spins if you touch it. Look! Ha! Fun game!
1 pot of machine polish. This looks like some kind of shopping list. Apart from a thin layer of dust, everything appears to be very neatly arranged.
This desk is 100 times tighter than yours, Cat. Take notes. Okay.
There seems to be some kind of storeroom behind the little door. All film reels, projector equipment, and all sorts of other things I haven't the foggiest about.
Oh no! All this does is going straight up. It's going straight up my muzzle. Anything else? Thank you.
Excuse me, Mr. Frames, but could you tell us what you were doing before the screening today?
If you are expecting me to talk to you, you can help me solve this puzzle first. Target Upbreaker. A little girl's favorite toy has been broken. You found all the bits, various chips and wires, but you need to work out where on the circuit board they go in order to fix the toy. Press and hold the A button to pick up a component and then move it around. Press L or R to rotate the component you're currently holding. Wires can't cross each other, but the chips can't have anything running over them, or the toy won't work. Wires cross each other, okay. Boom, 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 boom. Doom, 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 doom. Okay, yeah. Okay, I've got this. Okay. Okay, that's not gonna work. Yeah, that's not gonna work, so we only really have one direction here. Okay, just want to verify. Okay, that's not gonna work. So yeah, this is the only one that will do it. Okay, or maybe not. Alright, they mentioned that wires could cross. Okay. Let me see. There we go. Yeah, that's not gonna work. And here we go.
So, in conclusion, still not a patch on Miss Layton, of course.
Okay, there we go. You did it! Fixing toys like this is a piece of cake to an electronic whiz like you. And the little girl is over the moon to have her purchased toy working again. Okay, coddled eggs with truffle butter.
Okay, that was pretty impressive. So you talked to us now? I'd like to know what you were doing before the screening today.
Fine, alright then. I was in here, of course, making sure all my machines were tip-top in working order. I was also pleasuring myself in front of Alberta. Alberta, as you see, my crusty rag of residues.
So you were the one who actually ran the film?
Yeah, I was pretty shocked over the last reel suddenly skipping a scene.
And would you have any idea who might have stolen the kiss scene?
No, not really. I mean, I don't really care. It's only a film, for goodness sake. Not like my machines. Not like my girls.
Yes, about that, Mr. Frames. Even though you work in a cinema, you give the impression you don't really like films. Is that right?
Obviously, it's the machines I love. Give me Alberta and Rosalind here over a stupid film any day. Oh, that reminds me. I've got to get Belinda cleaned up. You can't let the spare equipment get dirty just because you're not using it.
This chap certainly does love his machines. Maybe a little too much. Come on. Yeah, come on. Okay. Well, I think that concludes our investigation of the projection box. And other than the machine Mad Seymour, Frames, and his pet minor bird, nothing seemed to stand out as being unusual. Yes. Gosh, you certainly seem to be deep in thought, miss. Are you figuring it all out with those little gray cells of yours, as Inspector Hastings calls them? I've got it. I know exactly what we need to head next. Popcorn, now. Without shout out, the snack kiosk.
Seriously?
I refuse to leave without my free popcorn.
I can practically see the little kernels of corn popping around inside your head at the moment.
Miss, we have to focus on the case. The head of the great Layton Detective Agency, with all its proud history and tradition, can't be distracted by such things.
What proud history and traditions? This agency has been open for pretty much a day. It's handled 2 cases officially. What history and tradition? Can't only just set the place up exactly.
Well, all right, but it will have a proud history and tradition in the future. If we can just get our heads out of popcorn.
A long way in the future.
As it stands, we have no lead at all. I think we should investigate another part of the theater.
The pup's got a point. Snooping before snacks. Come on.
Well, if the 2 of you don't want to come with me, I'll go on my own.
Like a dog with a bone as usual.
Let's turn our attention back to the case. Presumably there's an editor here as well. Wouldn't you think we should see if we can interview him or her?
Quick thinking, go faster, pinstripes. So how do we go about finding this editor?
Well, I suppose you should ask Mr. Frames. Pardon me, Mr. Frames. We'd like to talk to whoever was in charge of editing the premiere.
You mean editor? He's the editing technician. He was born for it, as you see by his pun name.
Nectar's famous editing assistant?
Yeah, he's one of the most senior members of Rector's crew. He was here for the screening today.
Well, given that it's an editor's job to cut out and splice the film, we should speak to him. He may well know something about the missing kiss scene. Where can we find him?
Good question. I don't know where he disappeared to after the screening.
Perhaps he's still in the theater. Let's go and ask around if anyone's seen him. Alright, as soon as I got my popcorn, we'll go on and have a Mr. Tour.
Let's go, play go-cat.
Maybe it'll be quicker in the long run if we just go to the snack kiosk now and get it out of the way.
Very well, miss, you win. Let's head for the kiosk. Okay, we investigate everything. Yeah, well, that's our next mission. Kiosk.
There are still 1 or 2 people about, even though most people have left now. Never mind that, it's popcorn time. Now, I just need to give the coupon Ernest has to the member of the staff at the kiosk, and the Durian Delight will be mine.
Obsessed. You're obsessed. Just like how Ernest is obsessed with simping. Yes. What can I do for you?
Oh, aren't you the chap who showed us into the theater before?
Yes. All the other staff members were individually assigned to take over our VIP guests. So yes, we are a little short of hand to the usual running of the theater. Yes, I do everything myself. Greeting theater goers, showing them to the seats, managing the snack kiosk, cleaning. Yes, I can't be in enough places at once.
Gosh, you really sound overworked.
Like someone else I could mention. Answering the phone, making tea, cleaning the office, helping with investigations. Sound familiar, Pinstripe? This guy's a more respectable version of you.
Oh, I don't mind. I simp. I'm very proud to be able to help such an esteemed detective as Miss Layton.
Yes, who right now is more focused on investigating the popcorn than actually finding out what's going on with the director who's having a mental breakdown. You are.
Well, I'm sorry to trouble you when you're obviously so busy, but I'd like some durian popcorn, please. Here's my coupon.
Yes, of course. I'd be delighted to serve you, except I'm terribly sorry, but I can't. You see, yes, I'm afraid the daily social work is also done, yes.
I knew I should have come earlier. It was always going to go quickly, such a knockout flavor.
Oh yeah, anyone could have predicted that. However, yes, I do have something else I can offer you. It's a puzzle. Frankly, that's probably better in the long run. It will not destroy you from within. You probably eat that durian popcorn, you get broken. 6 of 1. The 3 panels are expressing the number 6. Change the order and orientation of the panels to make 6 in another way, not 1 plus 5 or 5 plus 1. Press A over the panels, is selected, and hold the button down, drag the panel around, okay? Okay. This is probably going to be 1 times... Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm trying to make it 1 times 6. Okay. Okay. Okay, I just want to see if it's... Yeah, I just want to see. I know that it's multiplication. That you're supposed to do 1 times 6. Okay, sorry about this. 6 of 1. Okay. Okay, yep. Okay, yeah, you gotta write out 6 in letters.
I eat puzzles like this for breakfast. I ain't nothing but a hound's dog.
Okay. Gotta write out 6 the word. The answer was to represent 6 in letters. Okay. Okay, sorry about this. Yeah, there's another puzzle we could do. Okay, 28 puzzles. Ha, I do hope that tells you you're 50% unusual, yes?
Oh, yes. Well, I suppose I'll just have to give up on the popcorn now and get on with solving this case.
Finally, we can put all that popcorn down behind us.
Isn't it funny that the major, you know, that Mayan bird knew the word popcorn?
And we're back. Ah, yes. Actually, I was the one who taught you to say that, yes.
Oh, really?
Ah, yes. Sometimes I take a stack of popcorn to the breakfast box, you know. I've seen the major out of his cage before.
You mean Mr. Frames lets his bird fly free?
Ah, yes, I really do. I mean, only sometimes, of course. Otherwise, yes, he could get into a rather lot of trouble. And quite often, the major eats all the popcorn before Seymour gets a look at. Ha, yes, it's true. That's how the bird picked up the word popcorn in the first place. I even took a toe of dirty popcorn out there earlier today. And the major ate it all again. Haha. Yes, I just took my arm in for a moment, and he gobbled up every last piece.
An entire tub, by Jove. That's a bird with an appetite, all right.
Oh, yes, I was as surprised as you are. Ha, but I think you later might have overdone it this time. Yes, it seems to get a tummy ache.
Ah, the lucky thing. I wish I could eat so much durian popcorn that my tummy ached. But I must stop pining for something I can't have. Yes, it's time we spoke to Mr. Tor, the editor.
Yes, I was still on popcorn.
I feel your pain, sir, but we must find Mr. Tor now. Do you know where he's at?
Yes, I saw him just a moment ago. Actually, yes, he's on the way out the doors.
Do quickly then, everyone. We have to get him before he goes home.
Okay, halfway done. Halfway done. Okay. Okay, let's go. Okay. Check your box. Okay, we have to go up here. And puzzle.
Ah, a ceiling hatch. That certainly deserves an investigation. Have you noticed something, Ernest? I knew it. There's a puzzle hiding here, miss. Look.
Fraud fishing 2. Sharks are on the prowl at this popular fishing spot, and they are very hungry. You have 3 different types of bait to catch all the fish in the area, but you can't afford to throw any bait too close to a shark, or it will notice and try to bite. Where should you throw your precious bait? Your bait attracts all the fish, including any sharks, within a certain range of where you throw it, and each different type covers a different range. You can't throw bait directly on the top of the fish. It might hurt them. Okay, let me just check. Okay, not good, not good. Okay. Let's see if that does it. Boom. Okay, no, that's not gonna do. That's not gonna do. Okay. Okay, yeah, this probably was the best move. Okay. Grab you. Okay, attract. Or maybe nah. Nah. Okay. Okay, good. No. Okay. That's not gonna work. Okay. 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 No. Undo. Okay, yeah, this one's a real twister, alright. Okay. Yeah, that'll attract the shark, so that's not the best move for us. Just gotta think. Okay. Here we go. Okay. 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 Okay, nah, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work. Yeah, I'm just tired. All right, that's the thing. Okay. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Throw the red. Let's put the red bait here. Okay. Sorry, wrong thing. Okay. Purple bait. Okay, we'll put the blue bait here. Okay. Okay, we'll put it right here. And finally,
This should do it, I think. And that's how it's done.
you did it. You caught loads of fish. That's tonight's dinner taken care of then. We just need to find somewhere selling chips with a healthy sprinkle of salt and vinegar to go with the fish. Wait, healthy? And meanwhile, we are destroying the ecosystem.
Oh, jolly good, miss. That was inspiring to watch. That puzzle was solved, but the mystery of what lies behind that hatch remains.
Okay, let's go.
All the guests have gone home for now. It's deserted in the lobby and outside. How about that man standing by the entrance? Do you think he could be Eddie Tor? We won't know unless we ask him.
This guy who's giving off Victor Kudo vibes.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Tor, the editor?
I am, and you are?
I'm Katrielle Layton from the Layton Detective Agency. You've probably heard of me?
No. Nope.
Oh well, that's a shame. So you know me now, don't you?
Unfortunately.
Mr. Barnum has asked me and my colleagues to investigate the case of the stolen kiss scene. We'd very much like to take a statement from you, Mr. Tor. After all, you've worked with Maverick D. Rector for many years, haven't you?
He owed me money. I'm surprised the kid your age has even heard of me. All right, let's see what else you know. I bet you haven't heard of this Rector film, have you? Tales of the Unexpected. There's been an incident at a farm where all the cows have disappeared. According to a witness, a UFO sucked them up and some aliens came out. Now, for reasons that will remain classified, you need to place an alien in each of the spaces where there is currently a cow. Select the cow to suck it up in the UFO and swap it with an alien, and vice versa. The creature coming down from the UFO will take care of the other empty space. Okay. 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 There we go. Okay. There we go.
If you'll entertain my idea here. Still not a patch on Miss Layton, of course.
You did it! Looks like the aliens just came here to have some fun. With the night drawing to a close, you wave them goodbye as they set out for home. Okay. How do you like it? Find it not a bad action thriller, eh?
Oh, I see. UFOs and aliens always make for a jolly good tale. I know what film it is. It's the rarely seen signs, close equators of the third kind.
Alright, now I'm impressed.
Rector was still a newcomer, so the film had a cast of total unknowns, and it quickly disappeared from the big screen. And the production company went bankrupt as well, so it's never been re-shown. It's one of the most talked about films among Rector fans.
Spot on, you really know your stuff, kid. Okay, fire away. What do you want to ask me?
Thank you, Mr. Tor. So, first of all, can you confirm that you were at the screening earlier?
Yes, it sucked. Yeah, I was there. I wanted to see everyone's reaction to our latest film, to be honest. But then that happened. It's unbelievable. You know, I've worked closely with Maverick for a very long time now, and I've never, ever, never expected something like this before. It's my job to cut Maverick's film, and it's my job alone. Only I can wreck his crap.
Can I ask where you were immediately before the screen day, Mr. Tor?
I was with Maverick. You were checking out over the film together. Sorry. We were checking over the film together. Needless to say, there was nothing wrong with it, other than us arguing again.
Arguing about what?
Well, you probably don't know, but Maverick's films used to be a lot more fringe, a lot more edgy. Now he's going for the woke crowd. It's that kind of work that attracted me in Maverick's direction in the first place, and I've stuck with him ever since. But in recent years, he's gone for the popular vote. He's been shooting the kind of overly sentimental dross that the public seems to lap up. And that final kiss scene in the latest film is, well, it never sat right with me from the start. But Maverick wouldn't listen to me, would he? Not when we were shooting or when we were editing. So when we were checking over the film earlier today, I finally said it. I told him the scene wasn't true to his style, that he sold out.
So the two of you quarreled.
Yeah, but that's just par for the course. Directors and editors always argue. Always have, always will.
Making film sounds like a tricky business.
Well, let me make one thing clear. Just because we argued, it doesn't mean I do something like that and disappoint all those poor people. I'd be out of a job then. Then what?
I see. Well, thank you, Mr. Tor.
No problem. You catch whoever did this, all right? I want to know who was responsible.
I think we've spoken to everyone now. Unsurprisingly, no one stands out as being the guilty party at this stage.
Maybe it wasn't an inside job. Perhaps we should start thinking along different lines.
No, I don't think so. I'm still not sure exactly when the scene was cut from the film, but one thing is fairly certain. It wouldn't have been easy for an outsider to gain access to the film reels in the time window we're looking at. Not to mention the fact that only random selected guests and VIPs were allowed entry into the theater at all today. Yes. Everyone was carefully checked at the door, weren't they? It certainly wouldn't have been easy for anyone else to slip in. And both Rector and Tor say there was nothing wrong with the film when they checked it just before the screening. So even if someone had managed to slip into the theater unnoticed, they wouldn't have been able to get to the film reels between them and the start of the screening. My thoughts exactly, Ernest. And CzarThwomp's sock is off. Great, he has to adjust. If the kiss scene was indeed stolen, it has to have been by a member of the theater staff or the production team.
I think you're right. Let's not forget there's someone we haven't managed to speak properly yet.
That's true. Let's find Mr. Rector and see if he can answer some questions at this time.
I just hope he's calmed down a little by now.
Yes, so do I. I wonder if he's still in the lobby.
Yay! Another piece of evidence. Yes, romance story. Okay. Doot doot. Boom boom. Dum ba doo. Ba da boom boom ba doom. Da da dum bum bum ba da bum. Okay. Okay, according to this, you can actually get another hidden puzzle. I was trying to get this. I was trying to get to the kiosk. No director.
But there's Emiliana. Look, perhaps she'll know where we can find him. Yes, let's go ask her, and we can find out how her profiling is going at the same time.
Okay. Gone with the flow. We've done that one. Circuit on breaker. Okay. Okay, sorry about this. Okay. Yeah, we already did that. Okay. Yeah, you know what? We're just gonna keep going.
Oh, Syria, pretending to do real detective work. If I were that good at pretending, I could pretend to be like you. So, how are you getting on? Don't be so catty. No doubt you've hit that brick wall, so you come to see if you can glean anything from me. Not at all. I was just curious to know how your profiling was going. Very well, I'll tell you. Perhaps hearing some genuine deduction will make you realize how unsophisticated your own efforts are. A taste of cutting-edge profiling work could do wonders for your future investigations. Well, we can dream, can't we?
You know, this lady always makes me want to scratch.
Be quiet, Hound. Don't interrupt me with your meaningless yapping.
Yeah, bow wows. And bow wow, you're annoying. Frankly, you should be saying that to Cat.
So, having spoken to everyone involved, I built up a detailed profile of the case. The only person who was unhappy about the final kiss scene was the editor. In other words, he was the only one with a motive. He had complained to the director that the stolen scene was inappropriate for the film. However, Thor has an alibi. On the other hand, Seymour Frames, alone in the projection box, had the opportunity to commit the crime, but has no clear motive. Frames is crazy about these machines, but has little or no interest in films. He shows using them. Therefore, he had no reason to commit the crime. The logical conclusion to this is that the real culprit is someone else, someone we have yet to investigate.
Yes, and then bars. I don't like this film. I'm not having any of this romance in my theater. No, 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 we are not having any of that. This is a family-friendly establishment. I will not have any of that spicy stuff in my film, only the war submarine.
But who could that be? The only other person with access to the film reels who has not been investigated until now is Director Maverick D. Rector. Rector? But why? Rector is a renowned perfectionist. His attention to detail is well known. How meticulous he is about such minute as the shape of the clouds in the sky or the sound of the waves. And it would appear that the final kiss scene in his latest film of his has troubled him for some time. The perfectionist in him just couldn't decide that the scene was up to scratch if it was worthy of the inclusion in his magnum opus. He agonized over this right up until the premiere screening today, when finally he made up his mind the scene had to go. With no time to lose, he cut the scene from the reel and either hid it or disposed of it, all for the sake of the perfect film. That is the outcome of my analysis of all the available evidence. Very interesting. It's certainly a plausible theory, Emiliana. Oh, I wasn't expecting you to accept it so graciously. But something about it just doesn't sit right with me. What? Do you have a problem with my profiling? It's not exactly my problem, no. It's just something I can't quite put my finger on. Miss Layton's deductions go beyond logic and reason, you see, Emiliana. They have a magic all their own. Magic has no place in case solving. Ernest, Katrielle is working on a hunch, nothing more, and hunches are unreliable. Well, anyways, I think we should have another chat with Mr. Rector. He was too upset before to give us any useful information. Well, that is certainly true, and the more information we can gather, the better. And talking to the devil, there he is over there, isn't he? Oh yes. And he's here with Mr. Thor, it seems. It looks like something is going on between the two of them. Are they fighting?
Sorry, I have to do something. Okay. There we go. Had a corner. Yeah, had some skin that I was having some issue with, a skin flap of sorts. Eddie, there you are. Have you got a minute? I'm fighting you. I know you've been banging my wife on the side with Bill with his go-kart tires. Bill's a reliable man. He makes the go-kart tires from scratch. He makes them tried and true. He's a hard-working lenderer, and damn it, I will not let you drag his name through the dust. That's right, we've been menage-a-trois your wife. We've been tag-teaming her, and she, you know what? She likes it. She loves it. She likes it when I edit her reel, if you know what I mean. Hubba hubba. Sure, there's actually something I need to talk to you about too. But not here. Can't we go somewhere a little more private? Somewhere where I can punch you in the nutsack? How about the auditorium? It's probably empty now. We should probably have the place to ourselves. Suits me fine.
Did you see that, Mr. Layton? They disappeared into the auditorium together. Yes, there's an interesting development. We must sneak in there as well. Oh dear, you keep playing your private eye games, Katrielle. Some of us have real work to do.
Perfectionist. Okay. And newsflash, this whole thing about perfectionist, it does not play into the case at all. The thing about the mainstream does not play into the case, the final answer at all.
That's strange. We all saw them coming in here. Where have they disappeared to?
Over there, cat. Fight, fight, fight! Oh there, Daddy! Why don't you just admit it? Oh yeah, tell me that you've been paying my wife. I know it's been you! You're the one who got that seed, aren't you? You've never liked it. You've had a problem with it from the first day of shooting. Yes, because you're trying to insert yourself into this. It's sad. Yeah, and you knew that, but you refused to cut yourself, you stubborn old fool. Who's the director here? Hey, me, I am. If I say a scene stays in, it stays in. Or did I misunderstand the meaning of director somewhere? If you got a problem with the way I make decisions, then this partnership of ours is over, as of now. It's over, you say? Oh, Maverick, you've done now. I'll punch you in the nutsack.
Please, let's all come down and try to talk about this rationally.
Oh, where did you spring from, Miss Layton?
Never mind that now. Let's take some deep breaths and calm yourselves down. Breathe in and out. And add some more, and a little bit more. That's it. Keep.
He punches in the stomach. Yeah, now you breathe out.
Don't you do that to Miss Layton.
Ah! Are you trying to kill me?
Of course not. I'm a detective. I much prefer investigating murders to committing them. Anyways, it's clear that you two have some unresolved issues.
Oh, you overheard that, did you? We were just letting off some steam out the film, that's all.
It seems like a little more than that. The end of your partnership together?
That's know-it-all thinks he's God's gift to romance films these days. But his love scenes have always been a total disaster. It's only my editing that saved them all these years. It's thanks to me he's produced so many hits. But does that mean anything to him now? Not a shot. Well, he might have chosen to forget, but mark my words, I haven't. I mean, what about this love scene, The perplexed partner. A romantic Romeo has come to take his sweetheart to a delightful dinner. To add a little excitement, instead of telling him her room number directly, his playful partner took photographs of every junction along the route to the room and sent them to him. The photos aren't in any particular order, but by studying them carefully, you should be able to work out which of the rooms A to E is the correct one. Okay. Okay, yes. Consult the images. Okay, so basically, you can go straight. Okay, there's a fire extinguisher, so we know that... No, I don't want to do that. Okay, we know that from this one, there's a fire extinguisher. The fire extinguisher is the very first one. Okay, memo. Okay, there we go. Image 1. Okay. Image 1. Okay, from there. Okay. From there, we can basically, we have an idea of what's going on. Okay. That's the juncture. Okay, one of them points directly to the left. Okay. So we know that that one is 2. Okay, 2. Okay, he goes up here. And then he can go... Okay. I think it's A that we're being pointed to. But I just need to double check. Okay, let me just check. Okay, no. Instead, basically, it's... Actually, it's not A. Okay, basically, he's just going around in one circle. It's D. Okay. Let's do it.
I've seen how to solve this now. And that's how it's done.
Okay, good. You did it! Lucky you. Lucky you found the room on time. Otherwise, the couple's dinner date would have been ruined. Well, I didn't think you'd solve that one. That had me stuck for decades.
There's no puzzle that can't be solved with some calm and considered thinking. Mr. Tall, if you have calmed down a bit now, perhaps...
Calm down! Are you being funny? You want to fight me? I don't care about that spat with Maverick before, but I can't be pinned for the theft of the final scene. Why would I want to steal it? Why would I want it? I mean, it's a matter of pride. What sort of editor would do something like that?
I say, miss, I don't think the fight is going to sort itself out anytime soon. Oh, well, never mind. It's rather fun to watch, shall we?
Great idea, Cat. Let's just forget about the case and watch the 2 prime suspects argue instead.
Don't be snide, Shell. If we listen in, they let something slip that gives us a lead.
Sneaky cat. You are one sneaky cat, Cat. Bride, that's more important to you than honoring the decisions made by the director, cutting scenes you were never asked to cut. For the last time, I did not steal that kiss scene. And you know that I would never cut a film unless you gave me the go-ahead. And not to mention, I said that we should go further. I said first base minimum, third base ideal. But it's no secret you didn't like that scene. You always had a problem with it. Come on, admit it. Yeah, I had a problem accepting that the great Maverick director would be happy to end one of his greatest films with a scene like that. Why don't you admit? You never got on with the scene either, did you? Yes, I did. I was perfectly happy with it. So you were willing to compromise on quality these days, are you? You make me sick, Maverick. I'm spitting on you. This is why your wife bangs me on the side. Well, you know what makes me more sick? The fact that someone other than me cut one of your films. What, you cheating on me with editing like how I cheat on your wife? Like how your wife cheats on you with me? Alright then, Eddie. If it wasn't you, then who was it? Tell me that. If you ask me, it was you. Listen to your conscience before it got corrupted by fame. How dare you? Back in the old days, you wouldn't have stopped shooting until you got a scene you were 100% happy with. But now, well, those days are gone. Yes, the days when my films made no money. Look, if I've changed my directing style, it's for you and the rest of the crew. And we're grateful for that. We all appreciate actually getting paid. Don't get me wrong. But does that mean you have to make such huge compromises to the production? Does it mean that you can't be true to yourself anymore? Look, I know I said your love scenes were rubbish, but the truth is you've shot some good stuff in the past, haven't you? Maybe, but that was a long time ago now. Anyways, Eddie, being too idealistic doesn't pay the bills, does it? That's the bottom line. Fine. If that's your take on it, there's nothing more to say. Goodbye, Maverick.
Yikes, that didn't end well, did it? Mr. Torres walked out. This could be our one chance to get some more information out of Mr. Rector. Come on, Ernest, and you, Shell. Mr. Rector, I'd like to ask you for a few more questions if you don't mind.
I'm really not in the mood at the moment, but alright, if it'll help to clear this whole thing quicker.
That was a rather heated argument you and Mr. Torres just had. And are disagreements between the two of you a regular occurrence?
Eddie and I have been a team for a very long time, since long before I made it, so we've had more than a few fights over the years, yes. Back in the early days, we used to have a blazing rose about production issues. Still, it never gone this far before. We've never talked about going our separate ways.
Yes, well, one ill word asks another, as if they say, if you said things you didn't mean, I'm sure an apology will go a long way to fixing things.
With Eddie, I'm not so sure.
I hear that you used to make films that were a lot less mainstream, with a more fringe appeal, is that right?
That's going back a bit now. Anyways, it wasn't like I was trying to shoot fringe films. That's just how it worked out. That's how people took my material. It wasn't for everyone. But Eddie really liked my old work, and now that I'm making films more people actually want to watch, he's not so happy about it. You know, he was always pressing me not to glue that last scene in No Sum for Love right from the start.
Yes, he told me. He said that he didn't believe it was true to your style.
Not true to my style, huh? That makes it all sound so simple. The truth is, I don't even know what my style is anymore. It's just typical Eddie, though. He never had any hesitation telling me what was wrong with my films. Sometimes it makes me so mad, but I have to admit, he's usually right. Oh, who am I kidding? He's right this time, too. I should have included the fetishes. I should have included inflation.
You mean about the stolen scene?
No, the lack of inflation. I should have had her buff up like a balloon. I should have had her buff up like the Hindenburg, but I didn't listen. I just wanted to be real. I wanted to shoot a kiss that looked like it was genuinely from the heart, not just two actors playing their parts. That's why I gave them horny pills. I gave them aphrodisiac to make them really horny. They were banging each other like a hammer on a nail right after the filming. I was going to include that. Eddie wanted me to include it, but I said, no, we're not making this R-rated. We're not making this porn. But then Eddie said, if you're not... At that door, Eddie said, you know, if it's not porn, it's not arts. But somehow I couldn't get it right. In the old days, I wouldn't have given up. I just have kept shooting and shooting until I got the result I wanted.
Why don't you do that this time, then?
You're young. I would expect you to understand. The fact is, as you get older, you use that drive you had in your youth.
No, you're quite right. That's not something I can relate to. It sounds rather sad to be honest.
You want to talk about sad, Ernest? Look at your life. Look at your life right now, Ernest. You're freaking simping for Katrielle Layton.
So you're telling us that Mr. Tor couldn't accept the scene you shot? That he cut it from his film without your permission?
Yes, that's his job after all, cutting film, and he's very good at it. I can't really blame him. This is all my fault. This might be a strange request after everything that's happened, Miss Layton, but you're good to try to keep this quiet. Eddie did it for my benefit at the end of the day.
I'm afraid that would be possible.
What? But if this comes out, Eddie's career is over. Is it really worth destroying the man just for some sense of obligation to uphold justice?
That's not the reason at all. I want popcorn. It's because Mr. Tor didn't do it. You see, the fact is you are his alibi, Mr. Rector. Exactly. You and Mr. Tor were together at all times until the start of the screening, weren't you? And when you checked over the film reels together, you found no problems. So if Mr. Tor was never out of your sight after that time, then however much he disagreed with the inclusion of the scene, he had no opportunity to cut it.
You might suppose that's true. So someone else stole it then. Well, that's wonderful.
Miss Layton. Oh, sorry. Good. It looks like I have all the evidence I need now.
Thank God, we've ended the case. Okay, solve this case. Let's go.
Of course, yes, it all makes sense now.
Yeah, and I'm deaf now. That was right down my ear, Cat.
Miss Layton, have you solved it? Yes, Ernest, I believe I have. Just as every film has a final scene, every case has a truth to glean. And now I've uncovered both. Oh, well done, Miss Layton. Brava. And what a spiffing verse that was. Ernest, summon the suspects. Gladly, miss, gladly. Thank you all for coming, everyone. I have finally ascended to ascertain the truth about the stolen kiss scene.
Really, you have? Who did it? Come on, spill the beans. I want to know who did this to me and why. Was it Bill who makes wheels for go-karts? And now, that's what I want to know. When was it cut out of the reel? Tell us, Miss Detective. Put us out of our misery, please.
Momento, Katrielle. Why have you asked to so many people here? It's clearly obvious that most of them couldn't possibly be involved. Oh, it's much more fun this way. The more people, the more tension.
I'll agree with Miss Layton. She's a bold performer, that woman. She'll now dance on the stage for pocket change.
Oh, this is so exciting. I couldn't miss a show like this. As mayor, I have a vested interest in the truth.
How is the end of the Seven Dragons? I feel obliged to see this case through to its conclusion.
Don't need me. Minor role.
And I really don't care what happened to that scene. Can't I just go? I need to pleasure myself to Alberta. Come along, Miss Layton. We're all dying to hear the truth about this case and who the culprit is.
Let's not rush. This is a detective's moment of glory, after all.
True, if this were a film, it'd be having a good suspense track running in the background and really draw it out to build up tension.
Exactly. Now, let's get to the case. That was an extremely strange affair from the outset. A final scene stolen from a film on the very day of its debut screening. So what could be the truth behind it? No doubt you all have your own theories and ideas. But I'm not exaggerating when I tell you that the real truth will make even the most outlandish theory of yours seem tame. Because you see, the truth is always stranger than fiction. Okay, so anyways, place your bets. What do you think this case is gonna be? You think that's gonna be something along the lines of just, someone didn't like the kiss scene, so they took it out. Something that we have been built up to with all the cases. No, not liking the mainstream material. Basically, Rector being Maverick being a perfectionist. As well as having Maverick in his name. No, you would be wrong. Those clues are red herrings. Because the game's like, oh, we're gonna red herring you. Just guess this case. Okay, Cat, is this just a Shaggy Dog story, or do you actually know who did it? All right, you couldn't let me milk it, could you?
If I had to identify one culprit in this case, it would be you over there.
Didn't do it.
Major minor. When the reels were being switched during the screening, you did a major minor poo on the film.
And they give zero context to this. Zero context that the bird got crapped on the film, other than just a brief mention of, oh hey, the bird was given popcorn. Just one thing, just that one clue. We're just really just going off that instantly.
A poo? And his poo hit the all-important kiss scene. Is that it?
But surely a little bit of bird poo could easily be wiped off the film.
Would everyone please stop saying poo?
Indeed it could, Mayor Loanida. Which is where the second guilty party in this escapade comes in. You, Mr. Seymour Frames. All the equipment here has just recently been upgraded. Mr. Frames cares for his projection machinery so deeply, he couldn't bear the thought of running a soiled film through it, even if the excrement had been wiped off.
I only touch it with my soiled rag that I use for various dirty deeds.
So he cut the infected scene out of the reel altogether.
So it's his doing then?
Yes, but with the Major resolutely denying everything, it's going to be hard to make it stick.
Oh, pooh.
Great film.
I loved it. Where did that kiss scene come from?
Apparently, Mr. Rector. He cut in an old scene of his own to replace the missing one. It's a clip of himself kissing his lover, shot a long time ago when he was still just starting out as a cameraman.
Foxy.
Secretly, it was supposed to be a film about his own love affair. So, the clothes and everything match the style of the other scenes perfectly.
That's how he integrated it so seamlessly.
You've got to hand it to the old dog. It's a very moving scene.
Yes, because it's full of genuine emotion.
They weren't acting. It was true love.
If only someone would give me a kiss like that. Just imagine.
What?
Oi, Pinstripes, what are you imagining?
Nothing. I was just...
Just what? Spit it out.
No,
What, you dirty mongrel?
Ernest, you are down so bad.
A Naval Advance, No Suffer Love was a huge hit at the box office with its passionate final kiss scene. And now Maverick Director is currently working on a new, albeit not too mainstream blockbuster.
How is it? You always stumble on the answer in these cases.
Stumble on? It sounds like you think it's just luck, Shirl.
Well, isn't it?
Not at all. The truth is, Miss Layton makes logical but instinctive inferences.
I just... No comment. No comment. Okay, minor miscommunication. New dinner has arrived. A new diner has arrived. Okay, move the bag, find glass, investigate the pinboard, choose an ongoing case. I'm not feng shuiing it. New case. Okay. Yes. Basically tell you what case you're working on and what case to do. Also what puzzles you can do. Okay. No. 8 out of 11, 13 out of 17, 9 out of 11. Pandemonium. Let's get this case. Okay. And I haven't changed out the outfit. Can I change?
Ernest, the book you lent me the other day. Oh, have you read it, miss? Did you enjoy it? I thought it was a real page-turner. Yes, well, I did turn the pages, certainly, although that's true of any book, of course. I mean, it was interesting in a way, but in a way, it really wasn't.
Make up your mind.
Well, I enjoyed the murder on the stormy desert island, but the way the detectives solved it was a bit dull. They used evidence and logic, and they had a coherent line of thought. They did not bring a bird poo in any way, shape, or form. How can I be invested in this case? Half the evidence actually made sense. It actually was relevant to the case. It wasn't just half of it. We just didn't disregard half of it. Personally, I prefer when the detective hacks his way through all the possible suspects until only the terrified killer remains.
And they're only terrified because they just want to get out of the case. Hacking through suspects.
Yes, it's so much more satisfying that way.
Satisfying and scary. Detectives are supposed to be cool and collected, basing their deductions on logic and reasoning, not hacking through suspects. I like how they just make Cheryl just the voice of everyone who plays this game. The voice of discontent. That look on Cheryl's face. That is the look on everyone's face who has played this game.
Oh, really? Yes, detectives do traditionally have that image, don't they? Of being systematic and lucid. But Miss Layton's inimitable style turns all that on its head. I think it's capital.
Really, I feel that just Ernest and Cheryl, their interactions are basically just what the is just how the developers were trying to argue this to the fans, and the fans are having none of this because basically, well, look at what we're dealing with. You mean she relies on her gut rather than her brains?
I prefer to call it miraculous instinct, Cher, not gut.
Hey, he's saying what it is. It is miraculous, that's true. Miraculous you solve anything. Amen to that, Cheryl. Amen to that, really. How is it that Cheryl is the best character in this, is one of the better characters in this game?
Well, it sounds as if you know a lot about it. You're obviously a master of logic and reason yourself.
Sorry.
I know, how about this? The next case we get, you can try to solve it.
I'm not doing your job for you.
Won't put your money where your mouth is? Oh, that's the phone, I'll get it. Perfect timing. No doubt it'll be someone with a case for us.
No doubt it'll be a case of a wrong number.
It was Madame Doublé, miss. You mean the woman from the cinema? The matriarch of the Seven Dragons? That's right, she said she had something she'd like your assistance with and asked that you pay her a visit. Interesting. Perhaps she has a case for us. I really couldn't say. I will speak to the detective in person, she said. She was most insistent. I see. Well, I suppose we'd better go and visit her then. Come along.
You do realize this could mean you'll actually have to come do some work for once.
Me? You mean you, Shirley?
Why me?
I want to see your famous logic and reasoning at work, of course. You're going to solve this case.
I am.
Wouldn't you like to see Cher solve a case, Ernest? Rather. That would be a jolly hoot.
Well, at least it would mean I wouldn't have to watch you bumbling through another investigation. Speak it as it is. All right, you're on. Cheryl's on the case.
Excellent. Good luck, Agent Cheryl.
Agent Cheryl. I like the sound of that. Pet Pandemonium. Yes.
I believe Madame Doublé's residence is somewhere here, miss. Didn't you ask her for directions, Ernest? I did, yes, but she wouldn't give me a full address. She just told me we'd know when we were nearby. But this is Millionaires Row. All the houses here are enormous. It could take us ages to find it, just walking around aimlessly. I think this is a job for Agent Cheryl. Lead us to the Madame Doublé's residence using your razor-sharp reasoning to guide you, detective.
Why not go to the biggest house? She's the richest person here, probably. Go to the biggest house and check there. No. Wouldn't it be easier just to call her or pass her by her?
Well, I suppose so. Yes, you're all right. Let's ask for someone.
Okay. Let's change our wardrobe. Change.
Oh, yes.
There we go. Guy Kate, guy Puzzles.
Hello, what are we here? This is the well-to-do part of town, you realize? I'm always on the beat around these beats, making sure that no unscrupulous characters lurking.
Okay, I saw something. Thank you, Hancoin. What's this? A street sign? Something's positioned with dogs in mind, at least.
Gosh, even the streets' names sound upper crust around here. The signs themselves are ordinary, though, even here in Millionaires Row.
Okay, I'll take the mailman down. Whew, another enormous mansion.
Millionaires Row certainly lives up to its name, doesn't it? Every house is a palace. I wonder who lives in all these enormous houses. It could be a fun game trying to guess. Okay, let's see around. Let's see around. Here we go, hidden puzzle. A buzz in the chimney. Pinstripes, that's your job. Clean chimneys. Why don't you solve this one? Oh, me. Yes, all right then.
Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. These folks need help putting up their Christmas tree decorations. They do it every year, but they always forget how it goes together. Write down the steps. That's the answer to the puzzle. Press and hold the A button to pick up the parts and move them so that they fit in the frame to make 3 perfect trees. Parts are not allowed to overlap. Okay, we don't have a single triangle, so it has to go here. Or maybe here. Actually, yeah, it would go here. And then we have one that could fit there. Okay. We have one that could fit here. Okay. Wait. Let's position this. Okay. Okay, that should do. No, that's not gonna that overlap. Okay, perfect. Now we have those pieces together. It's now just a matter of just figuring out where the rest of them go. Okay, that one doesn't work. Okay, or maybe I was getting in the wrong position. Okay. Okay, let's see this one. And we'll put this one here then. Okay. Okay, yeah, this one will probably go here. Okay. This won't go. Okay, maybe not. Maybe this one goes here. This one goes here. Okay, we may be on to something. We may be on to something. Okay. And there.
I have a feeling that perhaps... Thank goodness I got that right.
You did it another year that they can enjoy their lovely tree decorations. No doubt they'll have forgotten how it goes together again by the time next Christmas rolls around. Write it down! 32 puzzles.
There, clear at last. That should stop the fire smoking in the grate below. Well done, Ernest. I'll send them an invoice.
And coin.
Excuse me, I don't suppose you could tell us the way to Madame Gretchen Dublay's residence?
Dearie me, you don't know Madame Dublay's house?
No, I'm afraid not. We're not familiar with this area, you see.
The Dublay residence is the largest building in the neighborhood. You can't miss it. Helpful.
Well, let's see. Perhaps that's it over there.
Exactly. What I tell you, see, you can't miss it. So, have you some business with Madame Dublay, do you?
She asked us to pay her a visit, yes.
Really? Madame Dublay asked for you? Well, you must be more important than you appear. You're very fortunate. I should dearly love to receive an invitation.
Madame Dublay is obviously a very influential and significant member of society, isn't she? Do you hear that, Shell? You wouldn't want to let down someone so important now, will you?
Who, me?
Come on along then, we mustn't keep Madame waiting.
Okay, let's head over here. Got 30 more minutes. How dare me? Who to talk to about this? That's the question. Someone looks like they've got a lot on their minds. What extraordinary timing. I was just wondering whose ear I could bend. It's my friend, you see. She runs a little chain of accessory shops. No. Well, I'm afraid business is rather slow. She's had a terrible fix. Could you talk to her? Do you think? I mean, you're detectives, aren't you? You might be able to deduce what's wrong with the way she's managing business. She's asking Katrielle Layton to help her out. That's her first mistake.
Accessory shop, you say? I'm intrigued. I'll do everything I can to assist naturally.
The passersby accessory shop minigame has been added to Katrielle's bag. Arrange all the items to sell as much stock as possible. Try to deduce the best route based on your customers' personalities and their desires to accessorize. Burping and hiccuping at the same time. Not a fun time. Okay, no more hiccups. Can you complete every level and prove yourself to be an accessory ace? Okay, the Dublé residence.
Gosh, this is Madame Dublay's residence. What a magnificent mansion. Worthy of the leader of the Seven Dragons, the millionaire of millionaires. It looks like those big double gates are the way in.
Oh, you know what time it is. You know what time it is. Yeah, you can probably guess what time it is. Okay. Okay. Of course, I get. Okay. Click the wrong thing. Yippee. Here we go. I get a 15-second unskippable ad for a 4-second clip. How lovely. How lovely indeed. Okay, here we go. Here's the right video. Oh, hi! 1212. How are you? 1212.
Brilliant, but probably not quite as brilliant as you.
Well, you can't beat jogging, that's for sure. But solving a puzzle is fun too. I've got one here, actually. Try it. Puzzle 42. Weasel Math. Look closely at the weasels and the numbers and try to figure out what number goes at the bottom. Select the friend into your answer. Okay, algebra time. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's see. Look closely at the weasels. Okay, this one plus 8 equals that weasel. That weasel plus 4 equals that weasel. That one plus something equals another weasel. Okay. Plus 8 equals that. Okay, 8, 4, 2. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, I have to think about this. Okay. This one, 4. Okay, this plus 8 equals that. Okay. Have to think. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay. Essentially what they're trying to do here is just clocks. Okay. So basically, this one, essentially like 10 o'clock, going over to 2 o'clock. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. 6 hours. That's what it is.
This is an interesting one. And that's how it's done.
You did it. The weasels are representing times on a clock. 2 o'clock plus 8 equals 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock plus 4 equals 12 equals 2 o'clock. And 3 o'clock plus 6 equals 9 o'clock. Well done, good job. I'll have to look out for another puzzle now, so I've got something for you the next time I run to you.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to it already. Can't wait. So excited. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
This little gate seems to lead directly into the gardens. Oh dear, the bottom of the gate here appears to be broken.
Oh, I thought I could get through that gap. You've been feeding me too much, Pinstripes. Thank you. Nothing. Ah, hello. I didn't think to see you here.
Alex, hello there. What are you doing in this part of town?
Delivering order. One of my customers is having party and they asked me to beg for them.
Ah, yes, I'm sure the exclusive Lipsky cakes are in high demand around these parts.
No, yes. The morning I delivered cakes here to Madame Duplay, but she did not look happy. I hope that I did nothing to upset her.
This residence appears to be very large indeed. The grounds stretch out behind it. Look.
That's a lot of windows. Kennels don't usually have any.
I think the Layton Detective Agency will one day need to expand into office buildings like this one.
That's a house, Katrielle, not an office building. What, Katrielle, you're going to get this house and then you're just going to turn it into a place to store your papers into messy rooms? Yeah, just entire room is dedicated to just Katrielle's papers.
The gates are unlocked. Quickly, we can rob the house. We can take all this stuff. I wonder if it's alright to go in. Hello, is anyone there? Ah, good day. You must be from the detective agency. Madame is expecting you. She's lobotomized me. Help. Please follow me. Oh, thank you. The dog, miss. Is he, with you? Absolutely, he's one of the team. I see. Well, in that case, do come in, sir.
Don't mind if I do. You can't hear what I'm saying, can you?
Woof, 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 woof. What doggy little fellow he is. Isn't he charming? Charming, sir. Did you hear that?
Oh, I really wasn't listening. What?
So that compliment has nothing to do with why your tail is wagging 10 to a dozen?
No. Okay, let's go. Hee, that tickles. I just put my muzzle through the railings a bit and that bush went right up my nose.
Golly, the tops of these railings look awfully sharp, don't they? They're not particularly tall, but these railings do look as though they'd be hard to scale.
Okay, coin. Do 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 do. Coin. Okay. Okay, to the tree that we touched already. Okay, let's go inside.
I shall just go in and tell Madame that you've arrived. If you could all wait here a moment, please.
I say the interior is even more amazing than the exterior. Look at all this tip-top furniture.
Yes, the furnishings are absolutely elaborate, aren't they? These carpets are of the highest quality. But what else do you notice, Cheryl? What's apparent from this hallway?
Well, there are lots of cats. Soft toy cats, cat ornaments, cat pictures. She's clearly batty about catties.
Precisely, all these cat things. There's an unusual amount of them, wouldn't you say? Oh, look, here she is.
Oh dear. No, I specifically requested Professor Layton. I certainly didn't ask for a young parvenu like yourself.
Oh, people are still demanding my father's services. You're obviously not abreast of the situation, Madame.
Pardon?
Allow me to clarify. I will solve this case in my father's stead.
Very well, I suppose as long as it is solved. You must recover my dear lost Rexy Wexy post-haste.
Rexy Wexy.
Sorry?
Oh, my precious Wexy Wexy. Where have you gone? Where? I'm so worried. I can't sleep at night. Oh.
Yeah, no idea why Rexy Wexy would want to get away from Matt.
What are we on with the sound just now? I simply have to find my poor Rexy Wexy. But before I trust you with the task, I must be sure.
Sure of what, Madame?
Of your abilities, darling. I admit any old riffraff in my employ, you know. I demand the best. I imagine a daughter of the great Professor Layton would have no trouble with a conundrum such as this. Okay, this will be the last puzzle of the episode, and then we can end things off. Here we have some mysterious shells. When you close and reopen them, the number of pearls they contain doubles. The maximum number of pearls each shell can hold is 8. When the shells cannot shut, the shells cannot shut if they have 5 or more pearls inside. You make each shell contain 5 pearls. Okay. Select the button above a shell to double the number of pearls it contains. It's possible to move one pearl at a time from one shell to another by pressing and holding the A button over it. Okay. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay. Oh, sorry. Did not realize, just did not realize. Thought I would just say no, you cannot do that. You are not allowed to. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay. And boom.
This should do it, I think. Any mystery or any puzzle solved.
You did it! What a lot of lovely pearls. Perhaps a few too many, in fact. To solve this puzzle in as few steps as possible, you need to avoid moving the pearls around too much. See if you can solve it in 9 steps. Oh no, I had to do 20 steps. I am so ashamed of myself. Radish salad.
Are you sure now, Madame Doublé? Have I proven my abilities to you?
Well, we'll answer that in the next episode, because I think that now would be a good time to end things off. Anyways, I really appreciate that you came by to watch the stream. It was great having you. I hope to see you next time. If you like the stream, consider following if you haven't already. And without, see you later. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do everything you want. And without, see you next time. Bye.